Hi guys, welcome back to new video. So here I have taken an employee object with some bunch of properties. Okay, so now let's see how we can print these properties sitting inside this emp object. Okay, so one way is using square bracket syntax. So for that, let me write console.log. I can write emp open square brackets, and here let's say let's print fname. Okay, so I'll write fname, right? And the other way is using dot operator. So I'll write console.log emp dot let's take age. Okay, so I'm gonna print age, and let's come here and let's write node app.js. Yeah, you see guys, we got Sri and we got 35. Sri is the fname from the object and 35 is the age. Okay, now I want to take this fname and I want to put that in separate variable and I want to print that variable. Okay, so let me write e name. So let's write e name equal to emp dot let's take fname. Okay, fname. Now I want to print that one, so we can write console.log what is that, ename. Okay, ename. Yeah, awesome. Now let's run it again. Yeah, you see guys, we got 3 and again we got 3 and again we got 35. Okay, right. Now let's do all these things using object destructuring. Okay, so before that, let's understand what is the syntax of that. Okay, so syntax of object destructuring. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Okay, so the syntax is, we should start with let and then open curly brackets, and here first thing is property. Okay, property of object followed by variable. So I'll write variable and we can put comma, and again we can write property and then variable, right? And here we should make it equal to object name actually. So I'll write here obj object. So let me comment this one. Yeah, so this is a syntax actually, right? Now let's see that with our emp object. Okay, so I'll write let the property is, let's say I want property of first name and then last name. Okay, so I will write fname. Okay, that is first name followed by, so what variable do you want to store this first name, in what variable? So the variable would be, let's say I wanna write ef name. Okay, employee first name followed by comma, and then let's write again l name, which is the next property of object, right? L name, and here let's write el name, employee last name. Okay, and after that let's make it equal to our emp object. Okay, simple. Now we can print console.log, we can print ef name, fname, and then we can write elname, right? Awesome. Now let's write here node app.js. Yeah, you can see we got Srikanth. So this is how we can use object destructuring, guys. Okay, now what we did here, we have taken the property of my object, that is fname, and we have stored that in a variable called efname, and we have printed that, right? Now I don't want to do this. I just directly want to print the property of my object like we did here, right? Here, and then using dot operator here. I want to do the same thing using object destructuring. So let's do that. For that, let's write let, and then let's open curly brackets, and let's write here fname, which is a property name. Okay, and let's put a comma, and here let's write lname, which is another property, which is last name. So I'll write lname, name. Okay, and here let's make it equal to object, that is emp. Simple, guys. Okay, here we have extra variable and here we don't have that. Simple. And let me cut this one and let me paste it here. Okay, instead of ef, let's just put fname, right? And here also lname. Okay, yeah, everything is good. We can just clear this one. Let's write here node app.js. Yeah, oh sorry guys, before that let's make it to small n, because our property name is small n. Okay, so let me change it to n. Yeah, awesome. Now let's click on enter. You see guys, we still got same output, that is Srikanth. Okay, so you can use this when you want to print the properties directly, and you can use this when you want to print the properties by storing them in a separate variable. Okay, now let's say we have more properties like this. Now I have only 5 properties, but let's say I have 10 properties or 20 properties. In that case, I cannot keep on writing all the property names, right? So for that reason, we can use something called sperad operator. Okay, so I can write here comma, and then I can write here 3 dots, and then you can give any name. So for now, let's say I'm giving others. okay, others. Now let me come here and let me print console.log others. Okay, so I'll type others. Yeah, I hope the spelling is correct. Yeah, awesome. So now let me run it again. Node app.js. Yeah, you see guys, we got an object with rest of the properties, that is age, role and price. If you see, we have already printed fname and lname. The three remaining are age, role and place. So the same thing as printed here, age, role and place. Sorry, the place spelling is wrong. So let me quickly change it. So it is place. Okay. Yeah. Now let me run it again. Node app.js. Yeah. You see, we got age, role and place. Yeah. Now let's do something more interesting. So I'm gonna come here, and before these others, I can write year, and then I can give it a default value, something called 2025. Okay. And let me put a comma here. This is nothing but I am adding a property with a default value. I'm adding a property in the object with a default value. Okay, that is 2025. So I can print that one. So after lname, let's write here year. Yeah. Now let me clear this one. All right, and let me write here node app.js. You see, we got year as 2025. Okay. Now let's go to our object and let's write here and let's give it something called 2024. Okay, now tell me what we will get in the output, because here we have given 25 and here we have 2024. So let me see what we'll get. I can write here node app.js. You see guys, we got 2024. So that means whatever the value that you will give inside the object, that will override the default value. Okay, this will no longer work when you give the same property with different value. Okay, so now let's say we are trying to print, or we are trying to access a property that doesn't exist. Okay, so let's say I can write batch. Okay, I'm gonna put batch batch. Okay, and let me put a comma here and let me print here batch batch. Okay, so let me write here clear clear, and let's write node app.js. You see, we got undefined. So that means when you try to access or print things that are not there in the object, it will by default assign it undefined and you will get output as undefined. Okay, now this batch is not there, so it assigned undefined to it and we got the output as undefined. Simple. Okay, now let's make things more interesting. What if we have nested object inside this employee object? So let me put a comma here and let me take one more object. So the object name is department. Okay, it's a department, and let me open the object, and here the property is name of the department. Let me give it as CSE. Okay, CSE. Yeah. Now how do we print this CSE property? How do we print the CSE value from this object using object destructuring? So let's see that. Let me come here and let me remove this one. Now first thing is, let's take property name. So what is property name? Department, DEP. So let's come here and let's write DEP. All right, and then now let's open curly brackets, because this is nested object, right? So that's why curly brackets, and inside this let's write the property name like we did here, the same thing, fname, right? So here also let's type what is the name? The name is name. Okay, so the property name is name itself. So I'm gonna write here name, name. Simple. Okay, let's put the comma here, and we don't want this one, batch, and here let's write name, name. Simple. So now let me clear this one and let me write node app.js. You see, we got CSE. Simple guys, right? Now let's say I want to store this in a variable and I want to print that like we did here. Okay, EF name, same thing. So I'll come here, I will just put the quotes and I will write here, maybe let's say department name. Okay, simple. So instead of name here, let's put DEP and AME, department name. Simple. Now again let's come here, node app.js. You see, we got CSE without any issues, right? So this is how we need to work when we have nested object inside the main object. Now let's see one more interesting thing. This is very important actually. This is the real world example. Okay, how to use object destructuring in a function. How to use it in a function. Okay, so I'm gonna write a function first. So let's take a function called funcet function greet. Okay, simple, and let's open this one. Yeah, let me print console.log. Let's say I want to print hi. Let's give a dollar sign here. All right, and let's open curly brackets, and here let's write, later we'll write that, okay, and here let's put space and then again dollar symbol. Yeah, awesome. So here in the parameter place, let's take curly brackets and let's write fname. Okay, fname comma lname. Okay, simple. And here when calling the function, when I'm calling the function, let's take the object name here actually. So let's write here emp, right? This is a object name, and here let's write fname. So here also I can write lname. Okay, hi, and here let's say good morning, more nang, good morning. Okay, yeah, awesome. Let's print this one. So let me clear this one now. Yeah, let me write node app.js. You see guys, we got hi Srikanth, good morning. So that means when we passing argument as emp object, and here we are passing this curly brackets fname lname, JavaScript engine will automatically look for object called emp, and it will look for properties called fname and lname, that is Sri and Kanth, and it will execute the function using those values. Okay, so this is how we can use object destructuring syntax in the function. So that's it about object destructuring, guys. I hope you understood everything. If you found this video useful, please give it a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.